You want to know a secret? I'm 106 years old, and I wake up happy. Not every morning, I'm not a liar, but most mornings. And people, they look at me like I'm crazy. They say, "Sal, you lost your mother when you were 5. You lost your first wife at 31. You lost your second wife 2 years ago. Your shop burned down. Your son didn't talk to you for 2 years. How are you happy?" And I say, "Because I decided to be." That's the secret. That's the whole thing. But nobody believes it's that simple. So let me tell you how I got there. 10 things, 10 changes. Some of them took me decades to figure out. You can start today, right now, before this video ends. My name is Salvatore Benedetto. My friends call me Sal. I was born in Napoli, Italy, March 15, 1919, in an apartment that smelled like leather and olive oil, because my father was a cobbler, and my mother cooked with enough garlic to keep the vampires out of all of southern Italy. I've been making shoes since I was 10 years old. I've buried 2 wives, raised 2 children, rebuilt my life from ashes, literal ashes. The shop burned down in 78, and I'm still here, still making my coffee, still yelling at Jeopardy, still tying my shoes the way my mother taught me before she died, coughing blood into handkerchiefs she'd embroidered herself. So, you want to be happy? Here's what I learned. The first thing, I made a ritual I could control. Every morning, every single morning for almost 100 years, I make espresso. Same mocha pot I brought from Italy in 1928. My father packed it in his leather satchel with his cobbler's tools when we came to America. I was 9. We had $40. We didn't speak English. We shared 2 rooms with 15 people and 1 bathroom where you learn to hold it or fight for your turn. But every morning, my father made coffee. The smell of it, the sound of it bubbling up, it was the one thing that was ours, the one thing nobody could take. You need that. You need something small that belongs to you, that you do every day, that tells your brain, "I'm still here. I'm still me. I don't care what it is. Make your bed, stretch for 5 minutes, write 1 sentence, walk around the block. But do it every day, and do it first, before the world gets its hands on you." My Gloria, my second wife, God rest her, she had her ritual too. She'd sit on the edge of the bed every morning and say out loud 3 things she was grateful for. Sometimes it was big things, her health, her family. Sometimes it was small. "I'm grateful the coffee's hot. I'm grateful my knees don't hurt today. I'm grateful Sal didn't snore too loud last night." She'd look at me and wink when she said that one. She taught me that gratitude isn't about feeling grateful. It's about saying it out loud to yourself. Your brain believes what you tell it, so tell it something good. The second thing, I chose to get up. Not physically, although at my age that's an accomplishment too, but mentally, emotionally. When Anna Maria died, my first wife, She was 28. I found her on the roof of our building in Brooklyn. She'd been hanging laundry. The sheets were still wet. She was wearing a yellow dress, and I couldn't look at that color for years afterward. Brain aneurysm. No warning. 1 minute she's singing Torna a Sorrento while she pins up the sheets, and the next minute she's gone. That was 1951. I was 31. I had 2 small children and a hole in my chest where my heart used to be. And every morning I had a choice. Lie in bed and let the grief swallow me, or get up and be a father. I got up. Not because I'm strong, because my kids needed breakfast, because Enzo Jr. had school, and Lucia had skinned her knee, and Rosa, my sister, God bless her, she moved in to help. Rosa couldn't do it alone. Here's what I want you to understand. Happiness isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a decision you make every single day, sometimes every single hour. You decide, am I going to be bitter or am I going to be present? Bitter is easy. Bitter makes sense. Life is hard. People let you down. Things don't work out. You have every right to be bitter. But bitterness is a poison you drink hoping someone else dies. And the only person it kills is you. So choose every morning. Get up. Not because life is fair, it isn't. Not because you feel like it, you won't. Get up because the alternative is letting the darkness win, and you're not going to give it the satisfaction. The third thing, I worked with my hands. This is important. Write this down. When I was young, I had a temper, a bad one. I got into fights defending my father's broken English, my sister's honor, my own dignity. I'd come home with bloody knuckles, and Rosa would patch me up and call me an idiot in Italian, stupido, with the hand gesture. But she never told our father. And then one day, my father said to me, Salvatore, you have fire in you. Good. Fire is useful. But fire that burns everything is just destruction. You have to point the fire somewhere. Make it build something. So I learned to make shoes. When I was angry, I cut leather. When I was sad, I stitched soles. When I didn't know what to do with myself, I shaped heels. By 15, I could make a pair of shoes from nothing, cut the pattern, stitch the sole, shape the heel. My hands learned what my heart couldn't say. You need that. You need something you can make, not consume, make. Could be anything: cooking, gardening, woodworking, knitting, painting, fixing cars. I don't care. But your hands need to create something, because when your hands are busy building, your mind can't be busy destroying. Right now, today, find something to make, even if it's just a sandwich, even if it's bad. Make something. Feel it come together under your fingers. That's dignity. That's being human. The fourth thing, I moved my body every day. I walk 4 blocks every morning. Used to be 4 miles. Now it's 4 blocks. And it takes me 45 minutes, and I have to stop twice to rest. But I walk. Movement is medicine. I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights, although if that's your thing, good for you. I'm talking about moving, getting up from the chair, walking to the corner, taking the stairs when you can. My father worked until he was 82 years old, 16-hour days in the factory, then fixing shoes at night. He never exercised a day in his life, but he was always moving, always using his body. He died in his sleep at 85, and the doctor said his heart was strong as a man half his age. Your body wants to move. It was made to move. When you sit all day, you're telling it, we're done. We're waiting to die. Don't wait. Move. The fifth thing, I stayed connected. Every Sunday I call my daughter Lucia. Every Sunday for over 60 years. She's 79 now. Can you imagine? My baby is 79, and we talk for an hour sometimes about nothing. What she's cooking, what her grandchildren are doing, whether the Mets have a chance this year. Stupid stuff, important stuff. Connection isn't about having deep conversations. It's about showing up consistently, letting people know I'm here, I'm thinking about you, you matter. My son Enzo Jr., we're not as close. He's more private, like me when I was young. He's 81 now, a retired lawyer, but I send him a card every birthday. I show up for holidays. I don't push. Love isn't about forcing people to be close to you. It's about leaving the door open and letting them walk through when they're ready. Who haven't you called? Who have you been meaning to reach out to? Do it today, not next week, not when you have time. Today, 5 minutes. Hey, I was thinking about you. That's all. That's enough. The sixth thing, I stopped holding on to anger. This one took me the longest, maybe 60 years. When Gloria and I got married, 1991, I was 71, she was 62. My son didn't speak to me for 2 years. 2 years, his own father, because Gloria was black and he thought I was disrespecting his mother's memory, and he was stubborn like me, like all the Benedetto men. I was furious, hurt. I wanted to write him off, tell him he was dead to me, never speak to him again. That's what my temper wanted. But here's what I learned. Holding a grudge is like carrying a hot coal. You're the one who gets burned. The other person, they're living their life. They might not even think about it, but you're waking up every day with that anger sitting on your chest, taking up space where something better could be. I wrote Enzo Jr. a letter. I said, your mother taught me that love doesn't run out. It isn't pizza, one slice for her, none for anyone else. Love grows. It makes more of itself. I'm not replacing your mother. I'm honoring what she taught me about joy. He came around eventually. It took time, but I didn't lose my son because I was willing to let go of my pride. You're holding on to something right now. Some anger, some resentment, some grudge you've been nursing for years. I'm asking you, not telling you, asking you, is it worth it? Is it worth the space it's taking in your heart? Let it go. Not for them, for you. The seventh thing, I let myself love again. After Anna Maria died, I didn't date for almost 20 years. Not because I was noble, because I was terrified. Loving her had cost me so much. Losing her had broken something in me. I thought, if I never love anyone again, I can never hurt like that again. That's true, but it's also a prison. Gloria walked into my life at a church potluck in 1990. She told me my meatballs were dry. I told her her chocolate cake shouldn't have raisins. We argued for 20 minutes, and then she asked if I wanted coffee. And something in her eyes reminded me that I wasn't dead yet. We had 33 years together. 33 years of arguing about Sinatra versus Nat King Cole. It was Sinatra, obviously, but I let her think it was a debate. 33 years of holding hands, walking down the street, while people stared at the old Italian man and the black woman. Let them stare. Fear of judgment is just fear of living. She died in January 2024, in her sleep. I woke up holding her hand, and it was still warm. I miss her every single day, but I would do it again. I would love her again, knowing I would lose her, because the 33 years of joy were worth the pain of losing her. Love is not about protecting yourself. Love is about being brave enough to lose. If you're holding back from a person, a passion, a dream, because you're afraid it won't work out, you're already losing. You're just losing slower. Be brave. Love anyway. The 8th thing, I let people help me. In 1978, my shop burned down. Electrical fire. Benedetto's Fine Shoes in Bay Ridge. 26 years of work gone in one night. I was 58, standing in the ashes, and I thought, this is it. This is how it ends. But my customers, my neighbors, they showed up. Mrs. Chen from the laundromat brought lunch every day while we rebuilt. Mr. O'Malley from the bar next door, who I'd argued with about politics for 20 years, he rebuilt my shelves with his own hands. The neighborhood raised money. They carried me when I couldn't carry myself. I learned something important that day. You can't make it alone. You weren't meant to. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's saying, I'm human. I can't do everything. I need my people. Let people help you. Let them bring you food when you're grieving. Let them watch your kids when you're overwhelmed. Let them loan you money when you're short. And when it's your turn, because it will be, show up for them. That's community. That's how we survive. The 9th thing, I carried my dead with me. My son is named Enzo, after my father. My daughter is named Lucia, after my mother. You carry your dead in the names of your living. I don't get over the people I've lost. I don't move on. I carry them. I tie my shoes the way my mother taught me. She died when I was 5, coughing blood into handkerchiefs she'd embroidered herself, but her fingers guiding mine that I remember. I make coffee in the mocha pot my father packed when we left Italy. I tell Gloria's jokes to people who never met her. I cook Anna Maria's recipes for my great-grandchildren. The dead don't leave you. They live in you, in your habits, your words, your laugh. Grief isn't something to overcome, it's something to honor. It's proof that you loved. Who have you lost? What did they teach you? Live it, pass it on. That's how they stay alive. The 10th thing, I got stubborn about joy. This is the most important one. This is everything. Life is brutal. I know that. I've lived through the Depression, a world war, 2 dead wives, a burned down shop, a son who wouldn't speak to me, a world that stared at me and the woman I loved because she was black and I was Italian. I know how hard life can be. But bitterness is a choice, and joy is a choice too. Every morning I decide, today I'm going to find something to laugh about, something beautiful, something good. Not because life is fair, it isn't. Not because I'm lucky, I'm not. But because I refuse to let the darkness win. Gloria, near the end, she told me, Sal, you cry when you need to, but then you get up. That's the deal. So that's what I do. I cry when I need to, and then I get up. I make my coffee. I walk my 4 blocks. I call my daughter. I yell at Jeopardy when they don't know the answers. I keep living, because as long as I'm breathing, I'm not done yet. You're not done yet either. Whatever you're going through, the grief, the fear, the exhaustion, the feeling that it's all too much, you're not done. You get to decide every single day, bitter or present, darkness or light, waiting to die or choosing to live. Choose to live. That's what I learned in 106 years. That's what I'm giving you. Now go call someone you love. Go make something with your hands. Go walk around the block. Go do one thing today that your future self will thank you for. Because life is short. Even when it's long, it's short. And you don't get these days back. Don't waste them. My Gloria used to say I talked too much. She was probably right. But she also said I had good things to say, so it balanced out. I hope something in here helped you. I hope you find your joy. Not wait for it. Find it. Make it. Choose it. Now go. Go live your life. I mean it. And maybe learn to make a good meatball. The secret is you don't overwork the meat. Gentle hands. Like everything else in life, gentle hands. Ciao.